Hi, I'm Derek, and in this video lesson I will show you and explain to you the jazz mambo pattern from the book The Art of Bop Drumming by John Riley. Okay, I will start with the right hand pattern on the right cymbal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I will add the left hand pattern to the right cymbal pattern, and I will show it to you step by step. And this is a great way of learning this because the pattern is a little bit complex. So it's a great way to add one stroke after another. So when you feel comfortable with the first stroke, then you add the second stroke, then third, and so on and on. I will start again with the right cymbal pattern and will add one stroke after another after a few rounds. Okay, sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will play the bass drum with the right hand or right cymbal pattern and leave out the left hand. Only the bass drum and the right hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next step, the right cymbal pattern only with the left foot on beat 2 and 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the right cymbal pattern with the bass drum and the hi-hat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you can play these three limbs together, so the right hand, the right foot and the left foot, and you can play the right hand and the left hand, then the next step would be to play the three limbs together, right cymbal, bass drum and hi-hat, And now adding the left hand as we did in the beginning, so we add the notes step by step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you can play this jazz mambo beat, then try to practice it with a metronome and also without a metronome, and try to play it faster and very fast, but also try to play it very slowly, because there you can check if you are really comfortable with this pattern. And sometimes in some musical situations you will need to play this pattern in slower tempos, okay? But now let's move on and I will show you some variations of this groove. So the first variation is to play the right hand or the right cymbal pattern instead here on the right cymbal zone, here on the bell. And I would suggest the following accents. Sometimes you can play it, of course, all the strokes on the bell, but sometimes it sounds a little bit better if you play a little bit with dynamics within the pattern. So I will demonstrate it very slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now with the full groove, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So another variation would be to play the right cymbal pattern here on the rim of the floor tom. And I use it most of the time during, for example, a bass solo or a softer musical situation. Okay, sounds like this. Of course, you can play the right hand pattern on the other cymbals or other rims, and yeah, be creative with the sounds. Sometimes in a smaller setting, I played here on the rim of the snare drum, and yeah, be creative with it. Let's move on to the left hand. The next step for me would be to improvise the pattern or the rhythm of the left hand, but on other instruments. So instead of playing the rim click, then the rag tom, again the rim click, and then the two strokes on the floor tom, I will change the order. But I play, as I mentioned before, the exact same rhythm. I will give you some ideas just playing around a little bit. And when you do this, stay within one orchestration and play it over and over again. Then move to the next one, play this over and over again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do just a little adjustment in the right cymbal pattern, which I like a lot. And this reminds a little bit more of a mambo pattern. And in the first bar, I'm just adding one note to the bell pattern or the cymbal pattern. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The full beat played on the bell. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another variation would be to play the whole pattern in a shuffled triplet feel. So you don't play straight eights anymore, but you play it more in a swing feel. And I play it in a slow tempo that you can really hear the triplets or the shuffle feel. And I will start with the right cymbal pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it sounds a little bit strange in the beginning, but for some musical situations you will need this kind of shuffled interpretation, okay? Maybe not as shuffled or triplet based as I now played, but maybe something in between, okay? That creates a nice flow. So when I play it a little bit faster and try to keep this feeling, sounds like this. And I play it on the bell. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in a lot of jazz standards you have a switch between the jazz or swing feel and then the Latin feel. And a lot of students ask me how they can practice or play the transition or the switch. And I will give you 2 fill-ins to create the feeling of the following feel. Okay, so I will start with the Latin beat and then I play a small fill-in which is leading or switching to the jazz feel, to the swing feel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did was just a 6-stroke roll, so you can play it here on the right cymbal, so you can play right, left, left, right, right, left, and then leading into the swing section. Of course you can orchestrate the accents on different drums or cymbals, experiment with it. And now the transition from the swing back to the Latin feel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what I did was to play a bass drum and cymbal beat on the one of the last bar and then play 2 strokes here on the rag tom and then 1 stroke on the floor tom. But this bar I played in straight 8s, okay, to prepare the straight 8s Latin feeling. I will now combine both feelings and play these fill-ins over and over again so that you get an impression how it sounds. And don't be confused, because I've learned the Latin pattern to make this video to explain it for the right-handed people, but when I switch to the swing, then I'm leading with my left hand. So don't be confused. Of course, when you play swing with your right hand, then stay playing swing with the right hand on the right cymbal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's it for today. I hope you got something out of the lesson and it helped you to build the groove, and I hope you have some ideas to be creative with this pattern, combine it with your own ideas and come up with your own fill-ins and so on, and just play around with this pattern. And let me know down here in the comments what you think about it, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.